Namaste, welcome to Namaste Poon. In today's episode and in this series of videos, I'm going to talk about Ask Poon. So I've received an email which asked me about seeking advice on differentiating my brand. Hi Poon, I hope this email finds you well. My name is Alex. I'm an entrepreneur running a small business. I've been following your journey and the success of Butler, and I truly admire your strategic insights and leadership. I'm reaching out to seek your advice on a challenge that I'm currently facing. My business operates in a highly competitive market, and I'm finding it difficult to differentiate my brand and stand out among other businesses. Despite our commitment to quality, it seems like we are getting lost in the crowd. Specifically, I'm struggling with the following. Unique value proposition, USP. How can I clearly define and communicate what makes my brand unique compared to other brands? Storytelling, what are the effective ways that I can share my brand's mission and story to connect with customers on a deeper level? Customer engagement, how can I build loyal customer base and create a community around my brand? I greatly appreciate any insights or advice you can provide. Thank you for taking time to read my email. I look forward to your response and watching your upcoming videos. Best regards, Alex. So, hi Alex. Thank you so much for your email. I presume that you're running... Okay, let's see. Yes, you're running an F&B business. So it's pretty straightforward. The common problem that is faced by business owners, such as yourself, or first-time entrepreneurs, or maybe multiple-time entrepreneurs, is that you know how to make a business. Giving in the most simple example, for example, if you're a fishball noodle seller, you know how to create a fishball noodle. You know the recipe, you know how to make the price, and probably you have a signboard, right, that you know how to make. Now, that is and usually you just run a business, correct? What you need to take note is that in today's space, whereby things are a lot more competitive, you need to think on how your fishball noodle, for example, if you're running a fishball noodle, how your fishball noodle can stand out among the sea of fishball noodle businesses. And that's something that in today's competitive business world, you may need to start thinking about. So let's get started. First of all, do you have a USP in your business? That is very important. So what I mean by USP is like, do you have a unique selling point? Giving you some example, if you're a bubble tea shop, if you are a cafe, if you are a restaurant, if you are a chicken rice stall, if you are a char kway teow, bak chor mee, right, prawn noodle, so on and so forth, fishball noodle, what you need is something unique. And in today's, if you realize in the recent time news, right, you probably will know that like there are the super hum laksa, or the super hum char kway teow, or super spicy Hokkien mee, or the super spicy Dalian bak chor mee, for example. Those are all things that you can create a brand or even a narrative around, which makes your business a little bit unique, correct? If you are saying you are a bubble tea shop, or you're selling bubble tea, for example, what makes your bubble tea more unique than other bubble tea? Maybe you are using fresh tea leaves. That's maybe one of it as well. But if your bubble tea is almost the same as every other bubble tea, then maybe coming out with a super jumbo size, which we saw each a cup having, right? Like the 1 liter bubble tea. That creates that uniqueness, you see. And it need not necessarily be from your ingredient. It can be from simply the peripherals of your business. So make use of your accessories of your business, right? Try to, see what you can create. So it's very easy. If you're selling fishball noodle, then just super fishball noodle, maybe like 20 fish balls and a noodle, or super spicy fishball noodle, or super tomato fishball noodle. Up to you. So that is your first point, right? How do you create some USP? Of course, good food is very important, but at the same time, right, what makes your food stand out from the rest? If you're using Wagyu, for example, instead of normal beef, that's also a standout point. So there's many things that you can work around Now, let's go into the second point. So now that you have got the narrative and you have got the USP, how do you actually market it? Which is also part of your business in the competitive world. What you want is that you want to grow your business, you want to grow your customer base, you want to grow your revenue. So what you can do is that you can tell that story. So how do you tell that story? You can, first of all, join Facebook pages. That's the easiest. Like there's tons of foodie F&B. Food is something that is Singaporean, resonates with every Singaporean and every local. So there's tons of Facebook groups like this. Start joining those Facebook groups. That's the first thing you do. And then after that, share with them your story. Why my super bak chor mee or my super ham char kway teow, or super oyster omelets, or super spicy Hokkien mee, and get people to know about it. That's the easiest step, followed by create more platforms for your business. So in today's day and age, it is very competitive. You probably might need to learn how to create Facebook ads, which is a whole school of learning your demographics, targeting, blah, 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 blah. Of course, it will expand to websites, etc., which, you don't have to actually have all those at this point. But what you can have is that you can have a Facebook page. Post updates, new dishes, right? Print out a piece of paper with your QR code for your Facebook page and paste it at your business, whether it's a food store or on a table or so on and so forth, up to you. Do that and get people to start joining or liking your Facebook page. That's the easiest. You don't have to have much activity over there. You just have to have a Facebook page where people can get updated and can start following you. You can incentivize it by maybe getting people to show that they have liked your Facebook page and give them a $1 or 50-cent discount. It is something, get people talking, oh yeah, you like my Facebook page already, it's fantastic. So those are things that you can do. And then followed by, you can have TikTok, and then you have Instagram. So TikTok and Instagram is a little bit more interactive. That means that just by posting content is good, but if you really want to get more viewership, more eyeballs, then what you need to do is that you need to actually create content. Now that's a higher level compared to running a Facebook page, okay? But not necessarily undoable. So how do you do that? I believe, first of all, you just start the Facebook page first, run it for a while, get used to it. Then you can start creating content. What you can do is that you can actually look at how other businesses are doing their content, which there's tons of ideas, like really tons and tons of ideas. And choose one that works for you. All you need is a phone and a video recording, and you can even record how you do your char kway teow and so on and so forth. So that is how you get your messaging out. Of course, in later part of the videos, in my future tutorials, I may share like how do you do your PR outreach, this and that. But those are pretty advanced level stuff. For now, what you need to do is just get your business on the right track, create a storyline, create that conversation, and get people to come and try out your business. If they try and they love it, they'll come back and they'll share with their friends. As simple as that. Food business is very easy. Now, what about your last part? How do you engage your customers? How do you get your customers to talk about your business? How do you get feedback from your customers? Those are all very important stuff. So how do you get those feedbacks? So that is very important. So customer engagement, right? Build that communication, build that forms. So one of the best ways that you can get started is that create a Google form, get people to scan the QR code, fill out the Google form, and show it to you so that they can give you feedbacks, Or even if they don't show it to you, it's fine as well. But what you need is data. What you need is that people to rate your food. If Google form is too difficult, maybe have a quick piece of paper, right? Print out some piece of paper for them to rate, like how's the food, too salty, too sweet. Ask customers for feedback. F&B is about what your customer likes to have. Of course, not every customer's preference is the right preference, but with enough preference, if you have 100 pieces of paper that people have submitted, and out of these 160 are saying that your drink is too sweet, then it's probably something that is worth looking at. Or maybe your coffee is not too good, which are very true. The reason why people go to Ya Kun to drink coffee is because Ya Kun's coffee is good, So there is learning points from your customers who, as a business, F&B business, probably you have at least 80 to 100 customers coming in to patronize you on a daily basis. So those 80 to 100 customers, if you can get them to come back 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times a week, you have a good business. Amplify that by 5 days, you have 500 customers. Amplify that by another 30 days, and every day you can capture and lock the heart of 50 to 100 customers, you will have franchises by end of the year, So the idea here is that your feedback loop, many F&B businesses, that's what is lacking in today's day and age, right? A lot of F&B businesses are still doing it the old way. I do food, you eat my food, you like it, you come back. If you don't like it, sorry. So if you want to stay competitive, in fact, if you can think about it, at least 60% of F&B businesses are like this. So if you running a restaurant, for example, the restaurant recently in the news is the Peking duck that is going for $1. That is also a story, and that's also a storytelling to it, correct? Now all they need is that people to go there, taste the Peking duck, and they like it. They will have captured the heart of the customer who will go back and patronize again. So leverage on that and build your recurring customer. So recurring customer is a new word that you might know. It's called soaker, right, in your F&B world. So if you can build a recurring customer that can come back every week, every month, every day, or every other 2 days, you have a winning formula. And your winning formula is, as long as your food is consistent, your quality is consistent, the customer is going to like it and they're going to come back. So work on those in your customer engagement storyline, right? And build your customer engagement interactions. It's about, F&B is like a soul business, correct? Nobody likes to go and patronize a grumpy food vendor. So same thing, right? As an F&B business, you can interact with your customers and get those data points. If you can capture enough of those data points, I believe you have a winning formula. So I hope this short video is good for you, Alex, right? Thank you so much for sending your email, and feel free to ask more questions. This concludes the episode of Ask Poon, and I think it is something that for food businesses out there, it will be very useful. Stay ahead of the game. All the best and make some money. Thank you.